Thursday morning.
The 30th of May 2024, and my fourth day on La'al Ratty. The weather hasn't been kind to me so far, or to the railway, but today is looking better, and I've opted to get off the 10:25 train at Urton Road, a passing place and approximately the halfway point along the route. That's a worrying sound when you're flying a drone, and the RAF do fly very low in the Lake District. I didn't even see the aircraft, only heard them. But here comes the 1050 from Ravenglass. The approach is slow, as there's a 5-mile-per-hour speed limit for the entire train over the points, and the driver has to be prepared to stop if there's anybody on the platform wishing to board. There's a pleasant walk from Urton Road to the next station, the Green, and when I've packed my equipment, I intend to take it. I'll cross the railway on the public footpath which the train is just approaching, and there I'll film again. An undemanding walk brings me to the footpath crossing, where I'm in time to see Northern Rock speed past with a train for Dalegarth. So let's have a look at our surroundings. Here we find ourselves looking up Eskdale, famously described by Alfred Wainwright as being Lakeland's loveliest valley. Ahead of us we see the long straight stretch of track from the foot of Hollin Howe, which allows coastbound trains a fast run before having to slow for the severely speed restrictor session through the Green Station and the road crossing immediately beyond it. And here comes the next coastbound train. through Urton Road Station, where no train is waiting to cross and no passengers are waiting to be picked up, so a non-stop passage. And a glimpse of the little community of Eskdale Green. Between Urton Road and the isolated Mirthwaite Halt, one of the longest stretches of the railway, running below spectacular Muncaster Fell and above the deep narrow valley of the River Mite, no footpath exists to enable walkers to follow the line. You can only see it from the train. So, as River Esk continues on her way to Mirthwaite and ultimately Ravenglass, I'll again pack my equipment and continue on foot via the extremely narrow and largely unmade road which will take me to my favourite station, the Green. Because visibility is so restricted at this crossing, and I was surprised at the number of vehicles using it during my time here, there are plans to install traffic lights to warn road users of the approach of trains.
joining us this time. Later.
Now I take the next train to Dalegarth. The train that I arrived on cannot depart until Northern Rock has arrived from Ravenglass. I made it. Northern Rock can now take water to prepare for her homeward trip.
Sorry.
Ross, if you wedge your ball to the battery box, it'll stay in place. Get a bit more of it in. It'll stay there.
Three feet, 2 feet, 6 inches. Okay.
Stretch that, Ross. Thank you, sir. Hey? Oh, it's all downhill. Back to the grass.
Okay.
Coal supplies are evidently running low.
Thank you very much. 7 at Delgar, our garden stands and have authority, shall proceed to
Raven glass?
Time for me now to cross the Willenbeck to Dalegarth Cottages, nestling beneath Bull Crag. Dalegarth Station is enjoying one of those quiet in-between trains periods. The access road to Dalegarth Cottages is the trackbed of the original 3-foot gauge railway. As River Mite draws onto the turntable, the exit road is clear for River Esk. As Riveresque begins the steep descent to Beckfoot Station at the start of her 40-minute journey to Ravenglass, it's time for me to pack my equipment for the last time and head for the next train. I hope to eat at the Ratty Arms, but I'm to be disappointed. They don't serve food on Thursdays. So I have to settle for a pint and then catch a northern train along the coast to St. Bees, where I'm staying. The Cumbrian coastline north of St. Bees to Whitehaven is single track, as is the line south to Sellafield. St. Bees station is a passing place. On La'al Ratty, we have seen how all movements are radio controlled. Here at St. Bees, they are controlled by technology which would be familiar to any contemporary of Queen Victoria. Tokens, semaphore signals. Well, not the modern gates, perhaps. The driver of the Carlisle-bound train will have surrendered the token for the section from Sellafield to the signalman when he arrived. He takes the southbound token to the driver of the southbound train and collects the token for Whitehaven from him. The northbound token must be taken to the signal box, inserted into the machine which unlocks the signals before passing it on to the driver and releasing the signals. The Carlisle train may now proceed. A cumbersome system, and by modern standards inefficient. But it works, and is much more film-worthy and interesting than the radio control, which will undoubtedly replace it one of these days. And that is the end of my 4 days on Ratty. I'm staying in St. Bees tonight and will travel home tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and see you in Ravenglass again one of these days.